Sutcliffe to put the game into motion. There's the bounce. Keenan wins out. Taken away by Magro. Up towards kick at centre-half forward. Sutton misses it. Comes to ground. Henshaw. There's Carlton, number 13. Umpire Robinson calling for a bounce. At centre-half forward, about 55 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Dunn and Keenan. Keenan out to Shaw, though. Shaw straight up and high-flying Moore. He's coming over the top of the pack. Can't get there. Spills away and taken away by Henshaw. Looking for Blight. Picken goes to punch. Blight does it well, though. Plays on. A scrubby old kick up towards Max Richardson. He could be playing in a half-back flank. Collingwood skipper, a poor kick, and Sutton keeping his eye on the ball, judges the flight of the ball beautifully.
And there's 15-metre penalty through foolish football by Rene King. It's not taken advantage of. Out to Byrne. Byrne across to David Dench. Dench, a very long hand pass to Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch is going to take the kick. A good 50-metre one down to the first time. The big attack. Baker's the leaper. In front, nicely taken by Ireland. Ireland's kick down towards the centre of the ground, and Dench is there to Owls. Owls will kick a long one. He'll go for the run. He's in trouble, but gets his kick. And boots it downfield. Baker! Beautifully done. And Owls, who was dynamite every time he touched the ball last week, directed that ball to position perfectly. And Phil Baker, the erratic one when it comes to kicking goals, there it is. Phil Baker, number 29, shoots from about 12 metres out. Oh, it's a bad kick. It's a very, very bad kick, and one behind, and a squandered opportunity. That was almost as close as he'll get one all day.
Well, in the preliminary final, he kicked 2 goals 6, and in the grand final last week, 6 goals 2. And he started off in preliminary final form with that kick. North first to score after 2 minutes. Kevin Worthington for Collingwood. A long kick over half-back, up short of the centre square. Thompson there for Collingwood. Kink went through the pack and spoiled. Now Tanner, down to the pocket. Baker again in front, spills the mark. Long way out from goal, hooks it upfield, and another North Melbourne mark to Casson. Plays on quickly, backward to Cable, who marks right in front of goals and only about 25 to 30 metres out. Good combination between the two North Rovers. And Barry Cable, who was in brilliant form in the preliminary final, but down last week. Chance for the first goal of the match. Good kick. First goal to North Melbourne, and they're 1-1, leading Collingwood yet to score after 2.5 minutes.
I said that Manasseh's gone down to the half-forward flank now. He started off on the wing on Schimmelbusch.
I think that's the way they line up for that centre bounce, Peter. There's Casson, John Casson, who incidentally has created a record playing his 27th day-and-day match. No one's ever done it before. There's Cable, who took it back in the centre of the ground.
Keenan again. Manasseh. Henshaw dropping back. Too tall for Shaw. Henshaw, half-back. Sees Carlton. Schimmelbusch by himself. Barham's on Schimmelbusch. Squares it towards half-forward. Tanner and Magro. Tanner nearly. Weirmouth. Out to Barham. Manasseh loose. Now Shaw. Deep on the half-forward line. Kink. Montgomery closing in. Kink breaks the tackle. No, he doesn't. Across to Barham. Oh, desperation. Close to the boundary line. Hand pass by Montgomery. It breaks back and it's out of bounds in Collingwood's right forward pocket.
They went too far that time, did the Magpies. Lost a great opportunity to at least have a flying shot for goal as in comes Keenan to do battle with Dunn. Dunn got there first. Out to Manasseh. Manasseh's kick is straight up in the air. Taken but not allowed. Oops, no. The mark is allowed to Ross Dunn. And Mr. Cool and nonchalant stood there and marked it on his chest. It must have just covered the traditional or the required 10 metres. And here was the man who saved last Saturday's grand final for Collingwood to force a draw. He's about 25 metres out on about a 50-degree angle. Kicks for goal. It's off direction. Right off direction and out of bounds.
Well, if he had done that last week, we wouldn't have been here now.
little more difficult shot this time, I suggest.
Yes. Dench for North Melbourne. Straight up the centre of the ground. The centre half back. Tanner is there, outnumbered 2-1. Dunn in front almost. Tanner, Cable, centre half back. Great handball upfield. Schimmelbusch, who's starring already, pulled off the kick. Wearmouth for Collingwood. Thompson. Max Richardson. Long shot for goal by Max Richardson. Close to the goal square, Moore in front. Gumbleton almost the mark. And now Montgomery under pressure. Kicks out of bounds on the full. And this will be a Collingwood free kick into play to be taken by Shaw. Wide out in the right forward pocket. Ray Shaw only about 15 or 20 metres from goal. Hardly anything to shoot at. Might be looking for short leads back out at centre field. North Melbourne 1-1. Collingwood yet to score. 5.5-minute mark. Shaw's kick for goal. Pretty good. First score to Collingwood. North Melbourne 7, Collingwood 1.
Yes, the only major positional change for Collingwood. Manasseh on the half-forward flank and the Collingwood skipper and Max Richardson on the half-back flank. Sutton dropping short towards Barham. About 65 metres out from goal. Moore leads, but he doubles back. Gumbleton there and Keenan. They play that shepherding game that both Gumbleton and Croswell played on Moore last week. One shepherd out by one marks. A short one to Wearmouth. Gained only about 15 in length. A short one in towards Wayne Richardson. That's better. Got the ball a bit wider. Just wide of centre half forward now. Only 35 metres out from goal. The former Collingwood skipper. It's right through the centre. So Collingwood's first goal coming up after 7 minutes of play. Collingwood 1 goal, North Melbourne 1 goal 1.
Well, John Byrne was the guilty party there. Watch Wayne come in, and John Byrne, his opponent, was nowhere near him and should have been aware of that short pass. And I'm sure the message will be out to him. Wayne Richardson, like Peter said, is an ex-captain, captain for 5 years. A wonderful player. Thompson and Keenan, the contestants, number 2 and number 1. Thompson wins it beautifully out that time. It's left-footed by Richardson downfield. Henshaw almost took a good one. Gumbleton runs over the top of it, then hits it further. Well played, Moore. Moore will be tackled by Gumbleton, and it's on the line, right over the line, with Frank Gumbleton catapulting over with the ball in his hands. Well, Peter Moore, very talented player. Dunn. A big leap from behind by Keenan was a good one. Alves in trouble, bumped solidly and out of bounds again. Good bump by Wayne Gordon. And Stan Alves will get plenty of that treatment today. Dunn and Keenan again. Out wide it goes. Gordon's got the chance, and so's Wayne Richardson to take his third kick for the match. Good tackle, Alves. Yes. Just for Tasmanian viewers, if there's any confusion to you, there's 2 lines there, but one, of course, is for the big mile event at half-time. Taken by Gordon. Left-footer does nothing. David Dench gets a beautiful bounce. Boots it back towards the centre of the ground, and here comes Magro. Ireland. Lucky one. Loses it. Lost. Free kick. Plot to gone to North. Play on. Wayne Richardson in everything. Out to Gordon. Well, the umpire's whistle's gone. The free kick goes to Wayne.
Centre wing. Grandstand side. Scores level, 1 goal, 1 apiece at the 8-minute mark. Third kick to Wayne Richardson. Goes for the short pass to Gordon at half forward. Has Magro inside for a handball over the top of Alves. But Gordon, a long kicker of the football, goes for a short pass. Thompson at centre half forward. And he's paid the mark.
I've never seen so much short passing in the first few moments of final from both sides.
And getting away with it. It resulted in a goal to Collingwood, their only goal, and a goal to North Melbourne, their only goal. Thompson, 55 metres out. Long kick offline. He hooked it badly. Out of bounds on the full. Second time, Collingwood have kicked out of bounds, or second time the ball's been out of bounds on the full.
Sutton. Blight and Thompson. Keenan in front. Thompson to Gordon. Down towards Moore. Manasseh. High tackle. Yes, he's getting it. Boughton almost pulled his right ear off. Great mark by Thompson. Manasseh, 20 metres out right in front. Third kick, got a hiding last week at half-back flank. He too, not the most reliable kick for goal, but he's right in front. Oh, it's close. I think he's done it. Yes. Collingwood's second goal after 10 minutes of play. The Magpies in front. They're 2-1-13 to North Melbourne. 1 goal, 1-7. And there's Phil Manasseh.
That was the highest Len Thompson take for years. A magnificent leap from behind. Keenan is 6'5", and Thompson got many feet above him. That was a great mark by Len, and that, of course, set up the goal. It looked to be Keenan's too, because he's in perfect position. There are the two, and there's Thompson whispering in Magro's ear. A great tactician is Len Thompson, and palms the ball more accurately than probably any other ruckman in the league. So if he takes over, he brings other people into the game. And he comes for front position, punched away by Blight, coming through strongly, but lost by Keenan it is. Out wide it goes to Byrne. Byrne downfield, and Baker's in front again. Baker's showing outstanding mobility and gets away from Worthington for the third time. Well, we won't endeavour throughout the match to predict what Phil Baker might do with his kicking. As Drew said, he goes from 6-2 to 2-6 in 2 matches. He's now 0-1. Kicks for goal. It looked a lot better. It's a good one. It's through. 1-1. Well done, Philip Baker. Brent Croswell hurries across to congratulate him, but that will give Phil Baker a lot of confidence.
Well, confidence is certainly something that he's built up in the last 4 or 5 weeks, because he played some of the season down at Geelong.
Last year at Geelong.
Last year, was it?
Last year at Geelong. Geelong, he couldn't get a game, and they sent him back to North Melbourne for a very small sum. And what a success he's been at North.
Scores level again at the 12-minute mark. Umpire John Sutcliffe. Thompson in front. Keenan hooks over the back towards Casson, but sharked again by Wayne Richardson, who's outstanding around the centre. Kink at half-forward. Plays on very quickly. Out towards the pocket. Anderson and Montgomery. Ken Montgomery for North. Towards the centre of the ground. Byrne over the top. It was always Thompson's, but it was in the back to John Byrne, who came from the back of the tank.
It was being shepherded through by Wayne Richardson. Shepherded out.
Byrne's kick. Out wide to half-forward flank. Bridus. Good mark. In between centre wing and half-forward flank. Bridus kick in the direction of Phil Baker again. It clears the pack. Thompson at the back. Good handball to Hyde. Collingwood out of trouble. Hyde's pass to half-back. Max Richardson. And away go Collingwood again. Brother Wayne. To half-forward, but it's all North Melbourne. And Henshaw takes the mark, and a biff in the face from Twiggy Dunn. And Henshaw will take the kick from the mark.
That back line of Henshaw and Montgomery are playing well. Anderson hasn't had a touch yet. Henshaw. Out to Byrne. Ireland goes to punch. The man in front was Gordon. Alves. Out to Wick. Gets support from Casson. On to Alves again. Deep on the half-forward line. And it's over. Late tackle by Magro. Underneath the main member stand here at the MCG. Light, but they all miss it. Byrne. Straight up in the air. In danger was called. So after 13 minutes of the grand final replay, scores are level, 2 goals, 1 apiece. Picken looking for Kink, too far for him. Dunn from behind. It beats them all. There's Henshaw again. Out to Casson on the wing. Squares it towards half-forward. Thompson and Picken. Ick in front. Punched away. Wayne Richardson has been a star. Back to Thompson. Another star for Collingwood so far. A chance for Kink, but Keenan is there. Montgomery. Played a superb game so far. Across the half-back line. Looking for Bridus. Max Richardson. Punched away by Bridus. Out to Hyde. Cable. There's Tanner. Croswell leads a bad pass. Ick chips in. Lines up on his left boot. Oh, Bridus, an easy one. North Melbourne's third goal.
Brilliant interception. Brilliant interception. Watch this now as it gets the ball. He left foots it back. And it's the dash of Bridus as he makes a daring interception, and through he goes. He didn't kick one last week, but he couldn't miss that one, and with delight he thumps it into the stand. Look at Arnold Bridus. Well, it's exciting football as these two great teams struggle to get on top in this first term, and North Melbourne lead by 1 goal. Malcolm Blight looking for the big jump. Up he goes. Magro thumps it back to the half-forward flank, taken by Cowton. Should have taken a free. He will take a free. Gary Cowton, who's had a wonderful final series. Max Richardson in front position. Bridus a big leap, but Richardson great judgment. The captain has played very well on half-back flank. Down to centre half-forward looking for Dunn. In front, Keenan, beautifully done, punched away in the second bite, intercepted nicely by Sutton. Sutton down to half forward looking for Bridus. Billy Picken, Bridus with the hands got there. Ickers with the ball. Down it goes to Baker. Awkward bounce for everybody, picked up by Croswell. Good tackle, bit high, it was too high. And there's the bouncing Brent. This is one of the most unpredictable and one of the most gifted footballers who came across from Tasmania 10 years ago. He's in his 10th season. Brent Croswell. Shoots for goal, kicks badly. Just goes through for one behind, and that's not the usual Croswell kicking form. And North Melbourne advanced to 3-2, Collingwood 2-1.
To this stage, marks level 10 apiece. Hand passes, Collingwood 10-8, and free kicks 3 apiece. North Melbourne 20, Collingwood 13. 16 minutes gone. Worthington's kick. Grandstand side. Thompson and Keenan leaning into each other. And a big leap from behind by Blight. Off hands to Picken. Upfield a Byrne of North Melbourne. He breaks clear. A high kick in the direction of Baker. And Worthington to spoil again. Baker hands to the ball but couldn't take the mark. Ireland comes in to help Worthington. And a ball up. About 5 metres out from the goal square. North into attack. Thompson, and Baker goes up against him. Off hands to Picken. High kick by Picken, out towards the back pocket. Awkward bounce, Perry for Collingwood. The only change from their grand final side from last week. He's kicked to half-back, Tanner for North. Handballs it back 20 metres to Sutton. Long kicker of the football, right up towards the pocket. Croswell's there and Baker from behind. Out to half-back already, Picken. Scrambly football, and this will be a ball out. Just to the left of centre half forward, North Melbourne into attack, leading by 7 points.
After 18 minutes in the first quarter. Thompson and Croswell. I thought Croswell may have interfered slightly. Free kick to Magro. Now it's Robert Hyde. Half-back flank. Funny looking kick by Hyde, dropping short towards Keenan. Both hands, but not good enough. Kick, the tackle. Keenan still there, over the top of the ball. A ball up on the outer side wing by umpire Sutcliffe, and there's Weirmouth. And Weirmouth on that occasion is Big Mouth, because Keenan's going to get a free kick. Half-back flank. A lead from Mick. He'll take it. An easy one. North on top in the past 5 or 6 minutes. Max Richardson, Perry is there. Baker. Croswell. Easily out of a tackle. Alves. Lines up across the face. Oh, it's screwing back, but not far enough. Behind the North Melbourne. And they've had the majority of the play in the past 5 or 6 minutes. So North Melbourne, after 19 minutes, 3-3-21 to Collingwood 2-1-13.
Phil Baker got hands to ball, and the only one who did with that particular leap. He should have held it. Alves almost converted a very difficult one. Worthington has been a splendid man kicking out. Keenan and Thompson. Keenan there first. Gordon underneath it. Into the members it goes, out of bounds. Half-forward flank. North Melbourne in attack on the grandstand side. It'll be Keenan and Thompson. These big fellows will know the 20-degree heat by the end of the day. Thompson shielding eyes from the sun, does it superbly. Out to Gordon. Gordon gets time. Well smothered, Blight. Beautifully smothered. And Thompson lets it run over the line, actually. There was danger behind him, but that was a magnificent smother by Malcolm Blight. Blight, the ruck rover, looks for the big jump over the top if he gets the chance. This time he goes down in front. Chance now for nicely picked up Byrne. Byrne across it, and there is only one person high. Well done.
Back pocket for Collingwood. And a 15-metre penalty against Brent Croswell. Brings Robert Hyde up towards centre half back. Third kick for the deputy vice-captain. Centre of the ground. Dunn is there. Spills it. Carlton at the back court. Play on. Carlton has a second chance. Henshaw. Cable has Schimmelbusch up at centre wing. Cable's passed down towards the forward pocket. Brightus is there. Punched away by Picken over the boundary line, and a throw in at half forward. North Melbourne 3-3. Collingwood 2-1. 20 minutes gone.
The Magpies breaking down across the half forward line at the moment. North on top there. Hick. Max Richardson. Oh, Keenan by himself. Keenan's fourth kick. Towards Blight. Picken or Gordon will come in. Spoil. Tanner out to Blight. Thought about Cable, but decided to go looking for Baker. Croswell is there. Punched away by Worthington. Perry. Over the top. A bounce only 15 metres out from goal. North Melbourne 21, Collingwood 13. The bounce by umpire Robinson. Thompson gets a lot of attention. Picked out of the pack by Blight, and he's put it through. And Thompson says to umpire Robinson, what about the infringement? Good play by Croswell. That's his first goal, and North Melbourne's fourth. Let's have a look at that again.
Malcolm Blight. Under pressure, really under pressure. See Thompson tackling frontally and dump him to the ground, but Blight got his left foot to it and kicked a wonderful goal. Great lead for North Melbourne at the 22.5-minute mark. Bounces favourite for Keenan. Keenan thumps it. Well, what's happened? Someone's down. Someone's down. Certainly I didn't see it. And the free kick's going to Tanner. I don't know who the offender was, but it saved your Tanner to take the free kick. And that almost penalised North. Downfield it goes. Bill Picken beaten. He just couldn't reach it. Probably an unkind call as John Byrne got there first. Bill Picken was coming from the side, or Arnold Brightus got there first. Picken coming from the side and couldn't quite reach it. Little Brightus has kicked one goal for North Melbourne today from point-blank range. He kicked 7 behinds and 1 out of bounds last week. As we all said, Brightus is one of the good kicks in the North Melbourne side, and last week surprised us. Let's see what he can do from 50 metres out. An ugly-looking wobbly one, not long enough. Len Thompson, great mark. The big fella goes off. Out to Gordon and Alves. Gordon misses what he should have taken. Here comes Byrne. Byrne's got the speed. Boots it back towards the 10-yard square. In front, Wearmouth. Punched away from him. Leading is Brightus. Brightus picks it up, turns, twists. 3-1 against you, Arnold Brightus. Picked up by Blight. Shoots with his right foot and puts it through. That's a left footer, and he missed it. I'm sorry if anyone barracks for North Melbourne and Tasmania, but it looks so close. But 1 point to Blight.
North Melbourne building up a bit of a lead here. Lead by 15 points. North 4-4, Collingwood 2 goals 1. Worthington. Grandstand half-back flank. Thompson and Keenan. Blight from the back. Guilty. Well, a disappointing player last week, but Malcolm Blight is starring today. 5th kick for Malcolm Blight. Right into the teeth of goals. Croswell on the goal line. Off hands. Still a chance for North. Baker soccers through and has put it through for a goal. 2 goals to Phil Baker. How he got it through that pack, I don't know. Well, North really taking a march on this game. They lead 5-4 to 2-1. 24 minutes gone.
Centre bounce again. Thompson. Out to Tanner, though. North winning everywhere at the moment. Hyde. Good mark. No, not paid. Baker. Hyde in. Baker gets through quite easily. Fires away. And it's out of bounds on the full. Nearly 25 minutes gone in this first quarter. And North have been on top for the last 15 minutes of it. They're 5-4-34 to Collingwood 2-1-13. Ireland. Keenan in front of Thompson and will take the mark. Second mark, fifth kick. Croswell, Baker, Perry is there. Worthington the punch away. White nearly across to Ick. Sockers off but the wrong way. Behind. So the Collingwood defence under all sorts of extreme pressure.
Great tackle by Ireland on Byrne.
So North Melbourne 35 now, Collingwood 13.
The interesting part too, I think, is really that Baker's the man who's unsettling the whole setup. He's leading with wonderful speed. His leaping's been, as usual, spectacular. And up to date at this early stage after 1 1/4 matches. Anyhow, he seems to really have the measure of that great fullback Worthington. Down it goes towards the centre of the ground. Billy Picken couldn't take it. Behind the chances there for Anderson. Anderson downfield where Sutton goes up. Above him was Gumbleton. Kicked off the ground by Cowton. Free kick. Well, Manasseh it is. I didn't see that one. But Manasseh's to take the free. Manasseh is within kicking range. 55 metres out. Well off to Rhett. A very, very poor kick. And that's out of bounds on the full once again from the boot of the Collingwood attacking forward. Gumbleton. Montgomery. Punched away by Magro, actually. Recovered by Magro. Kick is smothered. Punched beautifully by Dench. Taken by Magro again. Out to Wearmouth. Wearmouth is off. Past Henshaw. Across he goes brilliantly to Anderson. He screws it back to the 10-yard square. And it's touched by Montgomery on the line. And great defensive football, Ken Montgomery. As a clap goes around the ground because that was a very dangerous attack from the Magpies.
North 35, Collingwood 14. Sutton a long kick, just short of centre wing on the outer side. Cowton. Manasseh breaks clear. Phil Manasseh lines up again. And is offline with the kick. So he's getting hold of the ball well. And Manasseh has kicked 1 goal, 1 and 1 out of bounds from 5 kicks. Sutton once more. Another good kick. Big leap by Blight at the back. The handball from Wayne Richardson. Punched out of the air by Schimmelbusch to centre wing to Tanner. Manasseh again, really firing. Close towards the pocket. Kink. And Collingwood, they trail 15-35.
Barham's going to a half-forward flank for Collingwood. Kink. Smother. Beautiful smother by Dench. Almost a throw. Magro. Does it beautifully, runs into all sorts of diabolical. Tackled too high. "55 metres out from goal. Into the pocket it goes. Moore is there. And he takes it. First mark. Peter Moore. It's almost quarter time. Right through the centre. Collingwood's third goal. But they still trail. North Melbourne 35. Collingwood 21 after 29 minutes in the first quarter.
There's Peter Moore. Not a one. Was in beautiful position. And Moore with superior spring. Plucked it away from him. And that was a very urgent goal for Collingwood. At the 30-minute mark almost of the first term, as Thompson and Keenan come in from the same side. Down to Manasseh doing very well. Manasseh, it's Moore and Gumbleton. Punched down by Gumbleton, recovered by Gumbleton. Picked up there by Barham. Barham screws for goal, and that's not like Ricky Barham. Kicks it very untidily and just makes it behind. Well, Collingwood's kicking for goal has been very, very poor in this first term. It's 3-4 to 5-5, but not a true reflection. Short pass out wide and taken by Bird. Gordon was the player late on the scene. Earned down to the Keenan-Thompson direction with Dunn there as well. Blokes the leaper from behind. Andrew Ireland. Tackled by Dench. Tackled by Dench again. Gives a chance to Alves. He's met solidly. Down they going. Could have been a free that time. A hand pass by Barham. John Burns got the chance. He'll be met. Gets through with pace. A good hand pass across towards Sutton. Sutton goes well into Dunn that time. And there's the siren for quarter time. North Melbourne, once again, have got away very quickly. 5-5, 35 to Collingwood's 3-4, 22 in the
start of the second quarter. North leading by 13 points. Thompson well placed for this one. Gets it over Ick down to Kink. Kink a long kick to full forward. Moore with Gumbleton. Peter Moore! No play on. Gumbleton gets it out of the back pocket to Henshaw. Well, Moore's been paid marks earlier in the season, but he hasn't held any longer than that one. And now it's centre wing with Tanner. Handball over the top. Almost put that player Alves in a lot of trouble. John Byrne, high kick down towards the pocket. Bridus is there, hands to the ball. Out of bounds it goes for throwing. North 5-5, Collingwood 3 goals 4. Thompson, clean possession. Getting kicks all over the ground. Short of centre wing now. Good mark to Tanner over the top of Magro.
Collingwood players gone down, and the free kick will go Collingwood's way to be taken by Wayne Richardson.
That was silly Peter Keenan.
Half-back flank after that superb mark by Tanner. Dropping short towards Dunn, punched away, out to Tanner again, and he's hurt himself. Magro, his Dench comes through pretty hard. He's taken a bit of a battering, Tanner. Outer side wing. Nobody but Wearmouth ends up with it. And pass to Ick, which wasn't a good one, of course. Looking for Baker. Did he get a push in the back? Yes, he did. About 55 metres out, as Schimmelbusch makes position. That centre half forward, but ignores that. Kick number 6 to Baker. Just shaved the post. So Phil Baker's tally 2 goals 2. And North Melbourne move up to 36 and Collingwood 22.
Xavier Tanner is back in general play now after Laurie Dwyer is standing attentively beside him to see if he's okay, but Tanner's off trotting out with Magro to take this kick from Worthington, where it's Thompson and Keenan contesting. Thompson in best position. Keenan punches. Max Richardson runs into a very courageous piece of play by Byrne. Out to Keenan. Keenan downfield. Billy Pickens got the run, and so's Baker. Baker fumbles out of bounds. Baker's showing outstanding movement around the forward line. He's quite quick today. Wait for the big fellas to come in. It'll be Thompson and Baker. Baker will go from the leap from behind, and up he goes, and straight to Keenan. To Ick was it, and it's through for one behind. Yes, it was. Straight to Stephen Ick, and he is trotting back with the right arm bandage or the right wrist.
And Kevin Worthington is frustrated by Phil Baker in the last 2 weeks. He's thrashed Peter Hudson, the leading goal scorer for the league this season, but doesn't have the answer against Phil Baker. He certainly kicks out brilliantly, Worthington. Keenan in front, claims the mark and is paid. Third mark to Peter Keenan. His kick, short of a goal square. Good mark from behind by Croswell. Came from nowhere.
And loving it.
Just loves holding the ball up and showing it to the opponents and the crowd. Look at that leap from Brent Croswell. So he's right in front, 30 metres out, and should put North further in front. Well, what a bad miss from there. North 5 goals 8, Collingwood 3-4. And remember that North last week kicked 9 goals 22.
Thompson up at centre half back this time. Keenan's in front though. Magro. Anderson the tackle, late one. That was Schimmelbusch being retarded. It's been very quiet. Hand pass out to Dench. Into the pocket, looking for Baker and Croswell again. Not quite. Max Richardson. Out to Magro, but Tanner will be late, or Dench will be late on the scene, and takes it. Off he goes. In trouble. Out to Cable. He's in trouble. Plays it on. Thought was good. Boundary line too close. North Melbourne free kick. Cable, deep on the half-forward line, will go short. Or will he? Squares it, not a good kick. Ick! Nobody going up for Collingwood at all. In fact, Collingwood's strength all year has been its back line, but in the last week or two, it's been almost non-existent. When the pressure's been on, that is. And he's missed it. And the rot might be setting in. That's his third behind, Stephen Ick. 5 goals, 9, North Melbourne. Double Collingwood scoring shots. They've had 14 to Collingwood's 7, and they lead by 17 points.
Well, it really is deplorable kicking, because that was so close, that one of Ick's. And it's Ick and Croswell who've been the offenders up to date. Worthington. Well, it's going to be Keenan and Thompson again. Keenan beating there beautifully, picked up by Max Richardson. Oh, out of bounds on the full from the right foot of Max Richardson. Maybe he should have kicked with his left boot at that stage. Nevertheless, he didn't, and the free goes to Alves. Alves downfield. Ick takes the mark over Picken. Well, that's very hard to do. Out to Cable. Cable shoots for goal, and that's a more trusty boot. 1 point. Well, Bill Picken has very rarely had his colours lowered, but centre-half forward and full forward have both taken the points for North Melbourne. That's Baker at full forward against Worthington and Ick against Picken.
North have added 5 behinds in this quarter. They went goalless in the second and third quarters in last week's game. Worthington straight up the centre. Picken and Ick again. Off Ick's hands to the back. Schimmelbusch overruns the ball. Carlton. Blight. Short pass by Blight to half forward. Ick in front again, and marks on his chest. 4th mark to Stephen Ick. Left half forward. Kick dropping short of the goal square. Baker. He is killing Worthington all over again. 3rd mark to Phil Baker. He's kicked 2 goals, 2, and 1 out of bounds. And could do anything. And this is coming back. It's a goal. So North won't be goalless in this quarter. 3rd goal to Phil Baker, and it's all North Melbourne.
Baker once again showing too much pace, as we've emphasised so often, for his opponent Worthington. We're used to him showing too much spring, but front position's very hard to beat when you've got the power of Phil Baker, and there was perfect proof of it.
Ray Shaw on the ball. I don't think he's had a kick today. He's had 2. Okay, Thompson and Keenan. Thompson easily. Casson. Ick. Max Richardson. King. Sutton behind. Dunn. Out to Wearmouth. This is dangerous. Manasseh. Looking for more. Not quite. Barham. Still in play. Gumbleton pushing the back. Barham's free kick. Well, Collingwood made that look harder than it seemed. Why Wearmouth hand pass to Manasseh, I'll never know, because Manasseh was facing Wearmouth and wasn't even moving when he took that hand pass. Well, this is the impossible angle, but Barham's got a peculiar sense of kicking these goals. Only 15 metres out, and he's hit the post.
There's the free kick. Now watch this to see this push of Gumbleton's. Yes, he rode him into the ground. I thought it was from the side watching, but it was ridden into the ground. Frank Gumbleton. Cowton. Oh, look at Blight. Oh, a soaring spectacular. Mark number 3, and they've been beauties to Malcolm Blight. Down looking for Ick, who's been too tough for Warwick. You could have marked that one. Pick and well done. Manasseh underneath it. Good tackle from Schimmelbusch. Up goes Sutton and thumps it down to Magro. Magro takes time, and a long hand pass to Ireland is dangerous. A chance for Schimmelbusch. Dazzling turn out to Cowton. Cowton then kicks it down, and alone and unattended is Casson. Casson should have gone as Ick shepherded him, and the free kick is very well called by the umpire to Picken. Picken plays on, out wide to Anderson. Anderson pursued by Casson. Anderson's left foot downfield, straight to Wearmouth like a bullet. If it was meant, it was miraculous. I don't think it was meant. Anderson with his left foot, it went like an absolute bullet into Wearmouth's chest. He shoots for goal, high in the air, and puts it through. Well, North Melbourne have had all the play, and Collingwood advance and get that goal. Here it is once again. Watch Anderson. Now just watch this unbelievable left foot pass, which we think might have been unintended. Here it goes like a bullet. And Wearmouth says thank you very much as it hits him on the chest.
Collingwood trailing by 17 points now at the 10-minute mark in the second quarter. Thompson and Keenan. Keenan hands the ball but doesn't get it clear of the pack. Down to Shaw, out wide to half forward. Carlton leads the race, but I think he was injured just a short time ago. Here's Montgomery. Under a lot of pressure from behind and a push in the back from Barham, and the free kick will go to Montgomery. Left half back for North Melbourne. And a 15-metre penalty against Wayne Richardson, not delivering the ball properly to Montgomery. Montgomery came pretty close to the man on the mark. He's kicked to half forward, and in front, Picken. Plays on. Gordon. Wobbly old kick off the side of the boot, but it's already to half forward. Awkward bounce. In comes Kink with strength. Montgomery breaks clear. Kink puts him down straight away, and it's another free kick to Montgomery for another push in the back. Cowton. Cowton's not looking 100% fit at the moment. Throws the ball out to Shaw. Shaw, a high kick. Peter Moore in this one. Couldn't take the mark. Henshaw at the back. Left foot clearing kick by Henshaw to half back. Wayne Richardson there, and again Blight comes over the top of the pack to take his 4th mark.
Half-back flank at 15 against Ireland. Anderson's hurt his finger. He's calling for trainer assistance. Dench. Elves. Anywhere you like. Straight down to Baker. Cable will rove the crumbs. Max Richardson. Worthington. Manasseh. Wayne Richardson, a great mark. Superb mark on the wing. Great mark. On the half-forward line, looking for Dunn. Keenan is there. Anderson, who's hurt his hand, playing for free kick. Yes, he'll get it. He played 13 minutes in the second quarter. There are players everywhere calling for it. Manasseh at centre half forward, but it'll go long, I think, to Moore. Kick number 4 to Anderson. It's dropping a bit short. Kink. Out to Dench. Loses possession. High tackled by Wearmouth. And Dench will play on over the mark, and away he goes.
And kicks down to the centre of the ground. Badly kicked, and Magro misses what he should have marked and could have taken a freestand, Magro. Held it a long time and was lucky to get out of the second one. Should have got the first and unlucky in the second. Or lucky in the second, I should say. Well, that wasn't a usual Dench kick. In comes Thompson. Thompson out cleverly to Shaw. Shaw to the full forward zone. Peter Moore's got 2-1 against him. Off the hands of the pack and through for one behind. And that streaming blonde waving hair was Wearmouth, who was so close to getting that one just right on the line. There he is, for Ronnie Wearmouth, whose father played for Footscray. And here's the fullback Sutton.
Another famous Footscray name too.
North Melbourne 6-10, Collingwood 4-6.
Not Charlie Sutton's son.
No.
Let's make that clear.
Sutton's kicked a half-back flank. Blight was at the back of that one again. He's given away the free kick to Manasseh, going over the top of his shoulder. Phil Manasseh coming up for kick number 9. 20 metres from goal. Moore. Sutton slaps it out of the pack. Keenan. Carlton upfield. Oh, bad handball. Bounces luckily for Malcolm Blight. Schimmelbusch inside. Straightens up. Great football by North. Inside half forward already, but Max Richardson's there. Drops it. Baker a chance. It spills to Byrne. Only 30 metres out to Brightus. Right in front. And Brightus's kick bounces through for a point. So Brightus still hasn't got on the goal-kicking list.
Yes, he kicked one, Drew, early.
Oh, sorry, Dick.
Point-blank range one. I think that was an unlucky bounce too, incidentally.
That Collingwood defence looks shaky when the ball goes up there, doesn't it?
Yes, they're wide, they're run, and breaking it up. There's Worthington kicks out.
Thompson, got a bit of a nudge by Keenan. Alves. There's got to be a free kick against, unless Brightus loses it, and he may very well. No, he's going to get it.
Keenan showing his usual indiscretion.
Now, what's happening here? Thompson's having a go to umpire Sutcliffe. There's 15 metres against Collingwood. We'll go to Brightus. There's a long way out, some 65 metres, but we'll put it right up in the goal square. Big Perry's dropping back with Croswell, and Worthington not letting Baker out of his side for 1 split second. Oh, it could sneak in, it has. Great goal. Just kept on going. Second goal to Brightus. North Melbourne 7th. They lead by 23 points. North Melbourne 7-11-53. Collingwood 4-6-30.
And that's the way the wind is blowing, just across there, and that's just gave it that little bit of a fillip. That was really a prodigious kick by Arnold Brightus to kick his own second. And North Melbourne, who've hammered that goal, needed that one. In come the big fellas once again. Hicks the big leaper, lost his Shaw. All bad misunderstanding. Cable's got it anyhow. And then Thompson and Cowton. Nothing much will happen between those two, and the free kick goes to Cable. Shaw being spoken to as Cable out to Cowton is great football. A perfect pass. So often does Cable kick perfectly. Barry Cowton, the boy from Benalla. Downfield it goes. Ick has got the hands there first. Robert Hyde's in the centre of it. Here comes Brightus. A lot of trouble. Great hand pass to Tanner. Tanner 25 metres out and bangs it through. Great football, Arnold Brightus. After kicking a magnificent goal, he's getting a lot of praises, Brightus. Watch it now. This was beautiful play by Brightus. As it comes out, Brightus tackled. Lightning hand pass, and Tanner, a very accomplished first-year player, steadied beautifully and right through the diddle.
29-point lead to North Melbourne. And it looks dangerous for Collingwood at this stage. Thompson with Keenan. Ig came in to help. Wayne Richardson there. Socket away by Byrne to Max Richardson. His kick to half forward. Dench is there for North. Awkward half volley. Short pass to half forward. Byrne. Over the boundary line and a throw-in. Punch forward for North again. Straight to the hands of Brightus. Wide out in the pocket. Shot for goal by Brightus. Baker down there with Worthington. Off Baker's hands and through for a behind. So North are 60, Collingwood 30.
Gordon in front. He's had a very poor final series, this fellow. Oh, they're in trouble. Good tackle. Shaw and Casson. Shaw actually kicks the wrong way. Perry and Croswell. Out of bounds in the right forward pocket. Collingwood in a lot of trouble. Baker and Thompson. Baker stages for one. May have got a bit of a push. Picken, I thought, may have too. Picked up by Casson. And he slams it in for another goal. Yes. North Melbourne only about 10 points off their score last week. Picken Casson, nope.
Thompson, Keenan, Nick giving a tremendous amount of support there. Tomo comes in again, taken by Schimmelbusch, out to open territory. In front is Hyde. Awkward bounce, bad luck, Robert Hyde. Free kick to Hyde. Tackle was too high. Hyde, kick number 4. Sutton. Dunn, being a quiet player. Good pass to Barham. Barham gets an awkward bounce. Cowton comes in, and a great hand passes out to Schimmelbusch. Back to Cowton. They're in a lot of trouble. Montgomery will get them out of it. Montgomery downfield, and Tanner took the mark. Down it goes, and this will be a contest with Baker and Worthington again. Baker got there first. Cable missed. Casson missed. Dived and took it away from his teammate Baker. It's all North Melbourne colours, but they flummed it this time. And underneath it at the last moment was William Picken.
Half forward for North Melbourne. They've scored 4-7 to 1-2 in this quarter. Thompson out of the air. Wayne Richardson towards the centre of the ground. Bouncing free. Dench there for North. Not a good punch upfield. Chance for Dunn. Dunn to centre half forward. Manasseh's down there outnumbered, and there's too much height, and Keenan takes the mark. Half back to Sutton. Sutton's kick to half forward. Blight in front. Spills it. Henshaw going past. He spills it. Caught by Ireland. Back to Blight. Leaves it now for Barham, who breaks the tackle of Blight. Doesn't know which way to go. Now Manasseh at half forward. Manasseh's kick to the goal square. Moore is down there. Keenan in front. Peter Moore! In front. Lines up for his second goal. A badly needed one for Collingwood. 20 metres out. Another goal. Collingwood second for the quarter. They're 5-6. North Melbourne 9 goals 12.
And Thompson again. Free kick to Thompson. No, it's going the other way. Blight apparently was being held by Wayne Richardson whilst the ball was being bounced. So good umpiring by Ian Robinson. Kick number 9 to Blight. Defensive side of the centre circle. Prodigious kick. Thompson, Nick. Oh, Hyde, I don't think he's all that fit. He won't go in really hard for the hard ball. Worthington. So 24 minutes gone in the second quarter. It's been all North Melbourne this term. 5 goals in front of Collingwood. Thompson. Out to Wayne Richardson. Into the centre of the Shaw. Oh, Henshaw's far too much endeavour. He overran it. He got a push against Shaw. Kick number 7. Hyde. That was a good defensive mark. It's his second only. Not quite sure where to put it. It's a scrubby old kick drop into Magro. Off he goes. Retarded. Cowton. Vanessa late on the scene. Yes, he went the hand pass away. And the umpire says give it back to him quickly. Cowton, centre half back. Blight and Wayne Richardson. Strength. Blight taps it down. Barham scoops it out towards Ireland. Weaves his way through. Retarded by Ick. Oh, good bump by Cable. Ick again. Into Brightus. Max Richardson. Oops, a daisy. That was luck. Almost took his head off, but he slipped over. There's going to be a ball up at centre half forward.
Half. As Thompson goes up, there's 2-1 against him, and Croswell gets him, but Thompson pushed it. And the Magpie supporters, ironical applause, derogatory applause to the umpire. Downfield, where Keenan in position, if he can judge it, he doesn't. Taken by Anderson. One out again down there. Gumbleton in front position. Moore got there first. Great football, Sutton. Taken away from him nicely by Keek. And Keek, a left foot shot for goal. Just misses. Well, that was clever creative football by Keek because it looked to be Sutton's ball.
Time on in the second quarter. Blight in front this time. Cable with Wearmouth. And the ball out of play, but a free kick is being played just before the ball went out, and the free kick to Cable. In between half-back and centre wing. Barham at the back with Hyde, up from the back pocket, and Hyde got a tackle low, and will take the free kick. Robert Hyde's kick. In the direction of Peter Moore. He's in the chop for this one. Gumbled in the huge right on his back. It comes down to Blight. Blight's kick goes to Barham, but he can't trap the ball. Brilliantly trapped this time by Magro. Shot for goal by Magro. Across the goal square. At the back, Dunn. Second grab. Twiggy Dunn has been paid the mark in the forward pocket. Oh, great kick from there by Ross Dunn. And a badly needed goal for Collingwood.
It's incredible, you know, it's been all North Melbourne this quarter, and in the last couple of minutes, Collingwood have added 2 goals, won. A similar story, here's Dunn again. A similar story in the first quarter when North were on top, but they had a lapse. Centre almost half-time. They've played 28 minutes, could be a fairly long quarter, with all the scoring North Melbourne's done. Byrne up towards Brightus, and Max Richardson will get a free kick for being held by the arm anyway. Out to Hyde. Oh, Cannell test him out. Manasseh, but a shocking kick straight to Keenan. Elves. Beautiful kicking towards half forward. Worthington from behind. Thompson's got a rove to it. Out to Ireland. Now he can run right through the centre circle. He goes past Blight to Wearmouth. Out to Barham. Out to Shaw. No, they've done too much. Barham plays on. In towards Dunn again. No, not this time. A push. He's put it through again. His second goal in 2 minutes. And that 25-minute lapse that North Melbourne suffered in the first quarter has happened again.
What an immensely dangerous player. This tall, laconic Mr. Cool, as he's often been nicknamed, who works at the Collingwood club, a full-time employee, and they'll be twisting his arm to play again next year. Ross Dunn has played over 200 games for the Magpies, and with that long, lean frame, easy movement, looks as if he could play a lot more. That's brought back interest into the game. Keenan and Thompson. Keenan gets a favourable bounce and thumps it straight to Richardson. Richardson push, plays on well, boots Collingwood into attack again. Shaw and Kelton behind nicely Henshaw. Henshaw's kick in open territory. Gordon gets the run of it. Gordon out wide. Here comes Barham. He's tackled but breaks away from Schimmelbusch to Wearmouth. And good tackle. It's a good play. The free kick must go to Collingwood. Bartlett playing Schimmelbusch. A professional tackle, that one, as Wearmouth comes in. Underneath it, Dunn again. Oh, he missed what he should have taken. Peter Moore shows tremendous speed to Barham. Barham kicks him through.
It's to Collingwood, and the difference is now only 11 points. 66 to 55. We played 31 minutes in this second quarter. Thompson and Keenan. Keenan wins the tap. It's great to Wayne Richardson. High towards centre half forward where Sutton takes a good mark. Sutton's kick out towards centre wing. Alves and Gordon. Gordon too much height. Came from the back. He was playing on with the handball. Yes, play on, says the umpire. Gordon stopped. Just as well Max Richardson didn't. To centre half forward. A huge leap at the back and Henshaw a good mark. The Collingwood runner to get off the ground. There's the short pass to Byrne. Schimmelbusch unmarked at centre wing. Wearmouth closing in on him. Schimmelbusch around him easily. Long kick by Schimmer. Up towards full forward. Thompson clears. Only just to Magro. Magro just gets his kick in. Look at the pressure here. Byrne over the back of the pack. And there's the siren. It's half-time at the MCG. And the match really came to life in the last 3 minutes of that quarter, with Collingwood's stirring comeback. North led by 13 points at quarter time, and they lead by only 11 points at half time after it looked one-sided for about 20 minutes. North 9-12-66, Collingwood 8-7-55.
Yes, they had a...
Results of the other VFL finals played in 1977. The elimination final, Richmond 13-10 defeated South Melbourne 7-12. Qualifying final, Hawthorn 1911 defeated North Melbourne 12-15. First semi-final, North Melbourne 16-14 defeated Richmond 9-9. Second semi-final, Collingwood 17-10 defeated Hawthorn 16-14. Preliminary final, North Melbourne 16-16 defeated Hawthorn 5-15. And of course the grand final draw last week, Collingwood 10-16-76, North Melbourne 9-22-76, resulting in the replay this week of the grand final for 1977 between Collingwood and North Melbourne.
Second half, with North Melbourne leading by 11 points. It's anybody's match as Thompson and Keenan clash again. Cable's kick is smothered. Wayne Gordon beaten by Alves, hit by Keenan. Chance now for Billy Picken. He's well tackled, and the mark is just missed by Magro. Kick is smothered out there to Tanner from Richardson. Tanner's left footer goes out wide looking for Casson, pursued by Hyde. Hyde recovers best, gets a lucky bounce. Left foots it downfield, and Cable and Tanner can both take it. Tanner does. Out to Cable, didn't mean much. Long one downfield looking for Brightest. Behind is Ick. A tremendous leap. I thought Baker was ridden into the ground and will take a free kick. Phil Baker always in front. He's too far out, I think, to score. It's a good long one. It'll be close. Very close. Right on the line. Through. Just squeezed through. Brent Croswell was appealing vociferously and vigorously, and he was right, because the goal umpire's given the third goal to Phil Baker. The fourth to Phil, sorry.
Yep, fourth, Doug. There it is on the disc. That's Big Perry, number 7.
Just watch it very
He's got the last grab at it.
And he's behind, I think, Peter.
Yes, it looks as if he is. The goal umpire in superb position.
North out to a 17-point lead again. Thompson with Keenan. Thompson in front. Comes down to Ick, who fumbles. Back to Thompson. Handball off his knees to Wayne Richardson. They scramble it out of the centre. Finally, Anderson, a high one to centre half forward. Kink. It's ball from behind by Sutton. Dunn and Shaw. Umpire let it go for a long time, and eventually will ball it up at centre half forward for Collingwood. North 10-12. Collingwood 8-7. Dunn taps down cleverly to Kink. Moore and Gumbleton. They have to double back. Here's Manasseh. Oh, he missed it. Moore again.
He's going to get a free kick, Drew.
Free kick to Manasseh. He ruled a high tackle.
Well, this is it. Let's watch it. That's interesting.
Almost stood on the ball, didn't he? In fact, he did.
Oh, there it was, yes. There it was.
So Phil Manasseh, a chance for his second goal, point-blank range, to bring it back to 11 points. So Collingwood trail by less than 2 straight kicks at the 3-minute mark, or 2.5-minute mark in the third quarter.
Well, the umpiring in the 2 matches.
He's picked some good ones up, Peter, because that was a hard one. It just looked as if Carlton was propping, but on video it was very clear, and a great decision by the umpire, and Carlton not following on his great form of the other finals, and Manasseh in a complete reversal from last week.
Umpire Sutcliffe. It'll be Thompson and Keenan again, as it has been all day. A bad bounce favours Ick. Magro. It's a real battle. Get it out of that centre. Good mark by Montgomery, though. Plays on, in trouble. Yes, no, out to Carlton. Yes, it's got to be a free kick to Dunn. He threw it away. It was caught. There seems to be a tremendous battle every time there's a centre bounce to get the ball away.
Well, they wasted it then, Pete, didn't they?
Yes, Dunn. Oh, prodigious kick. Has the pack reeling back. Moore, it may beat the pack. Kick off the ground. It's always left it. It's a goal. Kick goal. I'd love to see that one on the disc.
Here it is.
Here it comes. Kink. Let's watch the ball. Let's see where it connects on his leg. Oh, Wearmouth is there. It came off the inside of his leg. Seemed to rebound back onto his foot. It was a very lucky one, I'd say. Let's go back and have a look at it. The last contact was made ran above the knee.
Oh, yes, very doubtful one. As Ick gets a punch down. Follows on. Thompson's there to do battle with him. Down he goes. Lost by Anderson. Picked up by Magro. His kick is smothered. Gains a few yards. Henshaw out wide. Byrne Byrne misses what he should have taken. Got time. Back it goes to Henshaw. Henshaw back into open territory where Gordon's going for it. In position, good mark. A very good mark by Wayne Gordon. Well, what a thrill. There's only 5 points the difference as Gordon boots the Magpies into attack. Dunn and Dench. Out wide it goes to Henshaw to Montgomery. Gordon's in position as 2 other players tumble over. Across it goes to Wearmouth. Wearmouth shepherded will run away. Gets a long one and it's going to be Gumbleton Moore. Keenan got there first. Gumbleton recovers. Tackle, a long hand pass. A chance out there for Barham. Barham tackled by Schimmelbusch. The kick is high in the air and over the line, out of bounds, and the free kick will go to Wayne Schimmelbusch.
Well, these two teams really like to put on thrillers. Short of centre wing, Keenan, uncontested. Over the top of Magro, there wasn't much of a contest there. Keenan's kick. Max Richardson and over the back of it. Beautiful mark by Brightus. He breaks away quickly, but the whistle's gone. He's going to make him play on over the mark. Which is not...
He's giving the free to Max Richardson. There it is. He's played it. I think that's a very bad decision. Eyes on the ball all the time. He's certainly infringed to push him out, but the rule book says that your eyes are on the ball. Sorry, Drew.
And offhands out of bounds at half forward for Collingwood. So every umpiring decision is vital to both sides. Less than 1 kick in it. North Melbourne lead by 5 points. Keenan beaten on that occasion. Carlton taps in field. Byrne's kick to centre half forward. Bouncing free. Hyde off his chest. Croswell. And now Byrne again. Short pass down to the pocket. And there's a mark to North Melbourne to Brightus. He's all over the ground. Brightus in the forward pocket. 3rd mark to Arnold Brightus. He's kicked 2 goals. And really looking at this one. No movement from the goal umpire. Another goal to North Melbourne. And the margin is back to 11 points.
3rd goal to Brightus, and whilst he was taking that kick, as Byrne gets it down to him, the wingers have changed over. They've swapped wings, same opponents, but they've gone from one side of the ground to the other. Byrne, look at all the courage. And Hyde, late on the scene. So it's back to 11 points now. North Melbourne 78, Collingwood 67. Thompson's time from the left. Light, a chance for Gumbleton, who must be ruck-raving now. Schimmelbusch. Picken put his body in. Ireland. Picken goes through the pack, gets a push, will take a free kick. Dench has gone to full back on Moore. Picken now. Oh, bad kick. Alves underneath it. Mark not played. Down to Wearmouth. Kick. Moore from behind. Dench is there. Sutton. Does it well. Brightus, a real handful for Max Richardson, who nearly got it, but he gave him a push. Free kick to Brightus, out of side wing. Dick leads. It's holding up at centre half forward. The high flies Picken, punched away. Schimmelbusch dropped the ball. No, he's getting a free kick. Our player could have been blinded on that occasion. Schimmelbusch. High down to Baker. Here he comes now. Perry is there to spoil. He does spoil. Hyde rebounds. Ick into the pocket, and it's over the boundary line for a throw-in. So North Melbourne 78, Collingwood 67. A North Melbourne player prostrate on all fours. There looks like Barry Cable.
And the throw-in is going to be Croswell in front position very well against Thompson. Thompson beating though. Over the line goes Brightus, and the ball is eventually over the line. Well, now scuffle. Run back by John Byrne. He bounced. And the bounce almost gave Andrew Ireland, punches it back to Brightus. Brightus is beautiful. Oh, Max Richardson flattened. And by Light downfield, and it's punched through. But Max Richardson out. Down he went. As as he came in, and the arm was thrown back, and it must have connected flush on the chin, I think. And Collingwood, playing with 17 men at this stage, has Kevin Worthington. There's Max. He's onto his feet. Worthington boots it straight down the centre of the ground. In front, Montgomery should have taken that one. Picked up by Magro. Magro well tackled. Schimmelbusch tackled too. Schimmelbusch still fights, but falls on top, but the umpire will have to blow the whistle. And the free kick is going to Wayne Schimmelbusch.
Schimmelbusch just forward of centre wing. Inside half forward. Max Richardson's recovered. He was in that marking contest with Croswell. Cleared by Wayne Richardson. Towards the centre of the ground. And the whistle is gone. It will be a free kick to Perry of Collingwood, which would be nearly his first, second. 18 years of age, who replaced Doug Gott, who was injured last week in the grand final. Perry's kick from centre half back to the centre of the ground done. Spoiled by Gumbleton. Pulled off his kick was Frank Gumbleton. Cowton's handball to Blight. Clever football by Blight. Now he centres the ball to centre half forward. Brightus drops it. Tanner. Now a chance for Collingwood to clear through Gordon. Can go for another bounce. Just gets around Byrne. Now Max Richardson. Doesn't know where to go. And finally Mulder. Alves. And the free kick goes to Stan Alves. Well, Max Richardson. Cable. Or rather Casson. Brightus unmarked. Players all over the ground. Nobody marking their opponents. Ick. Kick for goal by Ick is a beauty. A goal. First goal to Stephen Ick, and North Melbourne opening up a gap again.
Johnny Casson.
Now look at all these players who are unmarked. Casson was one, Brightus another, and Ick is the third.
The perfect loose man position, but Ick's flying shot for goal. He's missed some easy ones and gets the hard one.
Gumbleton up at centre half back on Twiggy Dunn, bench at full back on Moore. Montgomery, Anderson after him. He's been a very quiet player. Too much space, North Melbourne. Brightus. Ick, Croswell from the side. Should have been a free kick, I think, to Max Richardson. Perry scoops it into the pocket. Tons of support. Brightus from the impossible angle, across. And it just bounces inside, in front of the line. So Thompson scurrying back to the throw-in. Baker will go for North Melbourne. Left forward pocket, only 20 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. Baker out of the air. Handball to Brightus, which was lucky, and Perry rushed it through. So North Melbourne 12-14, 86. 19 points in front of Collingwood. 10-7, 67. 12.5 minutes, third quarter.
A very good lead. But Worthington decides he's going to gain 20 metres as he taps it on his foot and kicks it to himself and then kicks it down in the Gordon direction. Up goes Cowton. Gordon's in perfect position. Hits it to Dunn. Dunn loses it but goes to Manasseh. Back to Gordon and a beautiful bounce. Gordon is around centre half forward and little Cable's following. Gordon shoots for goal and puts it through. That was a magnificent episode of football. Everything went right for the Magpies that time, but perfectly executed, and Wayne Gordon finished it off in spectacular fashion. Here it is. Now watch how it accidentally comes back at one stage. Dunn flew out of his hand straight to Manasseh. That was unlucky. That was a lucky one, but this is well done from here on as Gordon goes for the run with the little feet of Barry Cable behind him, and Gordon from about 40 metres out slams it through.
North Melbourne leading by 13 points at the 13-minute mark, third quarter. Thompson and Keenan. Keenan a big leap over the back, but Wayne Richardson clears from the centre again to half forward. Dunn is there. Play on. There wasn't a mark to Gumbleton. His kick to centre wing. Alves and Gordon. Alves in front, backed into Gordon. Now Tanner. Up to half forward. Casson. And the ball out of bounds for a throw-in. Southern stand side of the ground, just forward of centre wing. North 12-14, Collingwood 11-7. Then Thompson with Blight. Brightus, Cable, up towards the pocket. Ick, picking in front. Stephen Ick. Centres the ball for Baker. Worthington to spoil. It's a dead heat. Worthington's mark.
I tell you what, Drew, well called. I would have called it a dead heat.
There's no such thing.
No, you're right. Worthington. Dropping a bit short towards Magro. Goes right past the ball. Dunn. Good bump by Gumbleton as Dunn was about to hand pass it away. Ick playing for a free kick. Right out of it by Picken. It's going to be a ball up at centre half forward. North into attack. North at 26 scoring shots to Collingwood's 18. They lead by 13 points, North Melbourne. They led by 13 points at quarter time, by 11 at half. Thompson's free kick. Centre half back. Pick number 6 to the big fellow. They're playing through Dunn. But now it's King. Mark being paid. Defensive side of the centre. From a standing start. Puts his number 9s into it. Houghton. Out to Montgomery. To Schimmelbusch. Has no trouble getting away from Anderson, who's been a passenger all day. Houghton. Out to Tanner. And it's not out on the full for a boundary throw-in. Outer side wing. Nearly 16 minutes gone in this third quarter. Bridus will do the rucking with Dunn. Out to Shaw, who's been very quiet. Worried out of it. He's playing for a free kick and will get it. Well, if you're in front, you'll always get the free kick. Shaw, kick number 7, looking for more. Not that time. And it's into the forward pocket, some 35 metres around from the Collingwood goal.
And I think Dench on Moore is the correct decision. Moore is so dangerous, and Dench is the best defender in league football. As Moore goes up to do some ruck work, Cowton battling for it there too. He's tackled by Wearmouth. Falls on top of it once again. Out it goes past Manasseh. It's booted by Anderson downfield, and it's out of bounds on the full. And the free will be taken by North Melbourne. They're leading by 13 points, but Collingwood are in attack. Paddy Nowra is full-back. Darryl Sutton is kicking out in the direction of Keenan and Dunn and Gumbleton. Keenan hits it over the back cleverly to Tanner. Tanner's playing well in the centre, probably in front of Magro. An awkward bounce for Max Richardson. He's up again. Oh, free kick to North Melbourne. Oh, boy. Down it goes from Ick. Brilliantly intercepted now, and up they go. Here comes Bridus. Out to Cable. Cable turns and steadies and boots it downfield. There's all Collingwood, and Chris Perry says to Worthington, leave it to me, I'll take it, and takes the mark. And that was not intelligent football from the senior statesman, Barry Cable.
Perry's second mark. Half-back flank out of side. Thompson. Pumped off it by Keenan. Socket forward by Barham to centre wing. In goes Dunn. Magro, clever. Barham. Well played to Manasseh, who dodges the clip around the ears. Wearmouth at half forward. Moore in the goal square. Good pass by Wearmouth to Kink in the pocket. Kink, 25 to 30 metres out. Very acute angle. Collingwood trail by 13 points. The short pass comes unstuck on this occasion. Montgomery. And at centre half forward, Barham. Inside half forward. Cleverly controlled by Barham. Snap for goal. Moore in the goal square. Still in play. Byrne. Clears for North. Over the head of Shaw. Flight. Casson goes past. North out of trouble. Centre wing already. Alves. Spearing pass by Alves to Bridus at half forward. Steve Bridus has had a great quarter. Baker in the goal square with Worthington. 6 kicks in the quarter for Bridus. Off hands. Ick, snap for goal.
Touched as the umpire.
Touched. And a behind to North Melbourne. They're 12-15, leading Collingwood 11-7 at the 19-minute mark.
A fine example by North Melbourne then on how quickly they can move that ball from defence to attack. Manasseh. Past Cable. Draws Hyde. He'll look for Wearmouth. If Schimmelbusch doesn't chip in, no, Wearmouth gets it. Steadies. Down looking for more. He leads from behind. Shaw roving to it on his left boot. Sutton and Kink punched away out to Montgomery. Anderson after him, and it's going to be out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Gordon. Nearly 20 minutes in this third quarter, and the Magpies trail by 14 points. Gordon kick number 8.
Geez, that ball's moving around, isn't it?
Slightly better game from him today. A good kick too, looking for Dunn. Not quite, off hands Cowton, tapped it away. Beautifully to Cable. Almost like a kick to Henshaw. Into Brightus. And the Collingwood defence, which has been their strength all year. I've never seen it beaten so easily and badly as it has been in the past 2 weeks. Baker falls over. A chance for Casson. Back to Baker. No, on to Blight. And a shocker. 1 goal, 2 to Malcolm Blight. They had about 2 or 3 avenues open there for a while, North Melbourne. So, North Melbourne 12-16, 88. 15 points up on Collingwood now. 11-7, 73.
Yes, Casson was in terrible trouble there. He knew he couldn't make it himself. He was looking to make it easy for somebody else, but couldn't find it. And Blight was in the best position, and it wasn't the usual Blight kicking. Never looked like it. Worthington out wide, where it'll be Keenan in front of Thompson. Gordon from behind could have taken it. Keenan very slow. Hits it away from his teammate. Back it goes to Cable from Byrne. Cable will shoot for goal. And will kick a goal. No, he won't. No, he won't. 1 behind. Well, Barry Cable is not a long kick, as you've seen in the last 2 shots he's had at goal. Once he kicked straight to Chris Perry, that one just made the distance, and North Melbourne advanced to 12-17 against 11-7.
Worthington straight up the centre of the ground, over half-back. Dunn, almost. Henshaw with him, and now Gumbleton. His high kick towards half-forward. Brightus again there. Off hands to Hyde, who gets a free kick for a high tackle. Hyde's kick towards centre wing. Unmarked out there, Magro. Magro's kick to half-forward, Manasseh. And at the back, Kink. Fighting hard with Sutton. And now Cowton slips the tackle of Manasseh. Out of trouble. Centre wing. Tanner. Gee, it's been an open game of football in this third quarter. Tanner's kick to half-forward. Brightus backs into it again. And at the back, Byrne. In the pocket. Steadies. Lines up. And kicks a goal. First goal to John Byrne. And it is moving around the ground at an unbelievable pace. Tanner played it well at centre wing. A penetrating kick by Xavier Tanner. Off Hyde, and at the back, Byrne. And with a lot of shepherders, he had time to steady and didn't miss.
Down to Blight from Keenan. Hyde. Not quite. Crosswall. Worthington. Out to Perry. Looking for Wearmouth. Cowton is there. Yes. Out. Sprint. Wearmouth on that occasion. And 15 metres against the Collingwood Rover. The freeze this quarter, Collingwood 6. North Melbourne 6. Marks Collingwood 7-4. And passes North Melbourne 19-9. So you can see that they've moved the ball much quicker. Crosswell. It's a goal. That's Brent's first. And what has been in the last 2 quarters the danger time for North Melbourne.
Yeah, this was a lucky one, I thought, the way it bounced. There's Brent.
And they're certainly making sure the closing stages of this third quarter now. The goal umpire in beautiful position for that.
See all those bounces, though. It doesn't often they bounce that straight, but still, it's a goal. And Keenan goes above Thompson to Cable. Cable sends him into attack over Max Richardson's head, and here's Casson. Casson thumps it down where Baker goes for it. Out wide it goes, and Hick is the man who goes out there with Anderson. Or is it Manasseh's down there? Manasseh, well done, out to Hyde with a great pass. Hyde takes the mark. Nobody near him. And there's a fight on round there with Brightus, but play goes on. Back to Max Richardson, gained little from that one. A short pass is not well directed. Here comes Wearmouth. Wearmouth wants to go for the run. He's got the long hand pass. Out wide it goes towards Anderson. Anderson will be gathered in out there. There's two against him.
There's no support.
He's got no support as Alves beats him. And Alves is off down the field with another perfect Alves kick. He is the best deliverer of the ball on the ground, is Stanley Alves. Finds Ick, and Ick to Bridus now. Nobody with Bridus, and Bridus takes them up. The Collingwood defence very, very loose, but Alves, a dominating foot passer. Each time he's got the ball, he's speared it to somebody. Now here comes Bridus. A difficult angle, 45 degrees, and about 40 metres, and it's through. It swung back and went straight through the centre, and Bridus has kicked 4 goals. And North Melbourne once again are getting away. 11-7, Collingwood, 73. There's the kick down to Ick. Now watch how easily this is done. Stephen Ick goes back. There's plenty of time for every defender to pick up everybody. And there's Bridus alone and unattended, and converts beautifully the long goal.
That was Bridus' 4th mark for the quarter, his 8th kick and 2nd goal.
Might be time to bring Betts on. Halfback flanker, see if he can tighten things up.
Keenan and Thompson. Keenan wins again. Already to half forward. Manasseh with Byrne. Oh, Manasseh spilt it. Upfield to Alves. Long kick by Alves looking for Baker. Worthington from the side. And a big punch by Hyde. And it goes through for a score to North Melbourne. A rush behind the 3rd for the quarter. North of 15-18. Collingwood 11-7. 35 points the difference.
Richardson getting the message because he is Bridus' defender.
It's Worthington's kick. Thompson in front. And the free kick is being paid to Thompson, tackled high. Well, Collingwood have twice let the game slip in the 1st and 2nd quarters, and towards the end of both quarters they came back. But gee, 35 points is a big break at this stage.
Thompson, halfback flank. Wobbly old kick dropping short. Picken, just. Looks to play on. That's his 2nd mark, Billy Picken. That's the strength of his game, but not today by any means. Henshaw, Magro closes in to Blight. No support. Straight to Wearmouth. Runs the full measure and a fraction more towards Anderson, and he steadies 25-30 metres out right in front. First mark, and here's one player for Collingwood that has certainly let them down today. I think Doug Heywood or Doug Bigelow said yesterday that he could win a game off his own boot. But not today the way he's going. And he's put it through for a goal to Collingwood. That's his first. And it's still 5 goals in North Melbourne's favour. I can see... just have a look at the action from Wearmouth. I thought he ran a bit far too. There's urgent, frantic.
This is Big Len. Neither's crackers who went above him that time. Out wide it goes, and Malcolm Blight goes pursuing it. Kicks it. Downfield it goes, and Ick is in front. Playing well. Well shepherded that time he was. Out to Alves. Here's the danger man again. Look at the kick. He does it every time. Out it goes, and taken by Xavier Tanner. Tanner, mark number 5, and a 15-metre penalty, and that's a very bad penalty to give away at this stage. I think it was against Wearmouth, because Tanner, who is such an excellent kick, brings him within good kicking range. He'd be about 45 metres out. Xavier Tanner, who came from Wodonga, and Phil Baker, the full forward, came from Albury, kicks for goal, and it was well off direction. One behind. And once again, North Melbourne are squandering opportunity. There's Ronald Barassi, Max Ritchie, John Dugdale, and the scoreboard is Collingwood 12-7 and North Melbourne 15-19.
30 points the difference. North in front at the 29-minute mark. Keenan threw his hands to Alves. It falls nicely for Gordon, who takes it away from Alves. Oh, but he did too much. In goes Tanner. Upfield to Wayne Richardson. His kick inside half forward, but Sutton will mark this one. Dropping back from King. Darryl Sutton from behind half-back, short of centre wing to Casson. 30 minutes played in the quarter now. Casson short pass to Alves at centre wing. Didn't he tuck himself up beautifully for that one?
That was a very naughty tackle of Magrose.
So Stanhouse from that very good mark, under pressure. Wobbly kick inside half forward. Croswell's there. Punch from behind by Perry. Hyde. He was under pressure from Baker. Down he went, and the mark taken by Tanner. North Melbourne lead by 5 goals. 31 minutes into the third quarter. Tanner's kick, a long one, right to the goal square. Baker's there. Punch away by Worthington. To Ick. Gets his kick in, but not a good one. Offline, Brightus is there. And the spoil at the last minute. Still in the field of play, now out.
Leaves it for Wearmouth. Tries to do too much. Gets support from Shaw. And away he goes.
Shaw and Cable now.
Yes, behind play. Chance for Magro. Yes, in danger. Magro's free kick. Out to Dunn. Dunn, a drop kick to Kink. Hits him on the nose. Gets out of the tackle. Looks for support. There's none there at all. Absolutely. And look what's happened now. Straight to North Melbourne. Tanner. As the goal umpire scurries back after fixing up a little to do on the far side, Byrne was completely nonplussed. Have a look at this. Bad disposal to Tanner. And there's the siren for three-quarter time. With North Melbourne leading by 5 goals, and Barassi's having it. And the scoreboard reads, North Melbourne 15-19, 109, Collingwood 12-7, 79. The final 30 minutes of football for season 77, with North Melbourne leading Collingwood in the grand final replay by 5 goals. Picken now at centre half forward. There's Cable. Support from Schimmelbusch. There's been support from North Melbourne players all day. Casson. New Hyde was there and tapped it on towards Brightus. Tanner. Schimmelbusch. Open goal. And this will be 6 goals.
Well, Peter, you were horribly prophetic.
I tell you what, I was going to say something at three-quarter time. I think the skipper should have been taken off the ground, replaced by Betts.
Here's Brightus. Look at the hand pass. Tanner, quick as a flash. And the sealer, watch Schimmelbusch take his time. This is the hallmark of experience and class. 17 finals in a row, so I guess you're not too excited when that comes up. Oh, what an extraordinary opening. 6 goals of difference, and there's Wayne Schimmelbusch, who was labouring under injury throughout the whole season, throughout the whole of last week, and never really had a long training run. Barassi took his faith in the player and said, if you're going to be fit, you tell me. Now, Betts is... Yes, there's number 11, Betts.
And the skipper's been taken off. He doesn't want to go off, but he's been asked to leave the ground.
Yes, you're right. And here it comes again. Byrne, the chance for Schimmelbusch again. Off goes the speedster. Not a good hand pass. Casson tackle. Casson's got the chance in front of Hyde. Hyde tackles in Casson out to Brightus. Brightus looks for a hand pass, runs into trouble, gets out of it. He's still in it. He's got it. He plays the paddock ball and played it too long. I don't really think there was a free kick there.
Couldn't agree more, Doug.
I don't think there was ever a free kick there. Robert Hyde, Shane Bond to take it.
Long kick by Bond to the centre of the ground. Spoiled from the back by Gumpleton. Here's Gordon for Collingwood. They need a barrage of goals to get back into it. Gordon doing it on his own. Lines them up and has kicked a goal. Great goal by Wayne Gordon.
Well, that's his second. He's been responsible for 2 similar types of goals on the run like that.
And that was better than Schimmelbusch's, I think. A solo effort, a brilliant solo effort. Did the lot, did the big 6'3" winger. The trend in football, 6'3" and 13 stone on the wing. How brilliantly he did it. Line it up and bang, and it was 50 metres.
Gathered the ball in the centre circle and scored a goal. The difference, 5 goals.
Well, Betts has got his dressing gown back on, so not coming on just at the moment. It is interesting, isn't it?
It was interesting.
Okay, Thompson and Keenan. Keenan's been in there contesting all day. Gets the tap. Max Richardson smothered. Plays over the top. Max comes out with it. He's tired. He can hardly kick the ball. Kicking up towards centre half forward. Cowton. Chance here for Kink. Oh, Montgomery's been superb in defence today. Manasseh. Oh, the troops are coming. Gets out of it well. Looking for Picken. Nearly. Kink. Hand pass to nobody. To Henshaw, in fact. To Cable. Sutton. Elves. Plays on. Didn't think it was quite the distance, but the umpire paid the mark. But Elves thought that it wasn't quite 10 metres. So it's going to be a Collingwood free kick. After 4 minutes in the final term in the grand final, it's still North Melbourne leading by 5 goals.
Nobody on the mark as Manasseh takes a long 15 metres. Kicks a very long kick. Peter Moore's in position. Good spoil by Dench. Comes down with the ball. Runs into trouble. Throwing it, he says. Throwing the ball, says the umpire. And the free kick goes to the blonde giant.
Dench may have been better off to let it go out.
Here's Peter Moore.
Littlefole getting warmed up to come on.
A very, very acute angle. The distance won't be any danger because it's an enormously long kick and it's only about 35 to 40 metres. It's a magnificent kick. It is a magnificent kick. And Peter Moore kicks his own third and goal number 74 for the season, and that was one of his very, very best. A perfect goal from an acute angle. Well, the game is still on. There's only 5 minutes gone in the last term.
Peter Moore has had 3 kicks for 3 goals.
Well, we're back in the centre, and Collingwood have made up 1 goal in the deficit of 5 if they turned at three-quarter time. A chance for Collingwood through Bond. Brilliantly done, Bond. Lost it. Cable lost it. Picked up and hand passed in a flash out wide, and a long kick downfield by Picken or Ireland, and it's through. What a sensational goal by Andy Ireland after a series of fumble in the centre of the ground. Well, the huge crowd has erupted. There it goes. Now watch Bond lose it, watch Cable lose it. And then it's picked up by Ireland. A hand pass goes to him, and the long striding, another 6'3" halfback flanker, just made it. Just made it. I think Dench was right for the goalpost. Whoa, take your breath.
Now 3 goals the difference. North Melbourne in front at the 6-minute mark. And from the centre, Wayne Richardson, a long kick. Peter Moore, 1 against 1. Dench held him off and then took the mark. It's a free kick to Moore.
Watch it.
I don't know.
No.
Over the shoulder maybe at the last second. That's about all, I think.
Very doubtful.
Extremely lucky, Doug.
Incidentally, Collingwood have kicked 10 goals straight. And here's the 11th coming up, and there's the coach.
Right in front, 15 metres out.
He missed it.
Missed it.
Well, there may be some justice in that.
North Melbourne 115, Collingwood 98. It's less than 3 goals the difference. Plenty of time left. 6.5 minutes played in the final term. Tom Hafey there with Ron Richards and David Dench to take the kick into play.
Out wide looking for Gumbleton. Dunn will come from the side. Thought it may have interfered with Gumbleton a fraction. Tanner's been superb. His ball handling and control has been absolutely fantastic. Looking for Ick. Punched away by Perry. Oh, chance for Brightus. He can run right in, or hand pass to Baker. Fires away and he's missed badly. 4 goals, 3 to Brightus. Littlefole getting warmed up on the boundary. We've only played 7 minutes in the final quarter. Here's the action again. Croswell got it down and beautifully roved by Brightus. And the result was only a behind. So, Elves is being taken off the ground. Nettlefold is on. So I think we can sum up by saying the next 20 minutes will either confirm or deny what the commentators have said all week about that game for Collingwood last week, having done them the world of good fitness-wise, and the hard pressure of matches may be telling against North Melbourne. Now, that will come about in the next 20 minutes of play. But North still a good lead in the grand final as Worthington kicks in.
That's an interesting change of Barassis. Out wide it goes. Keenan goes up, punches away from Blight. Max Richardson loses the run of it. Here comes Blightus once again. He's in a lot of trouble. He's tackled, taken away. The kick is a bad one out wide there by Perry. Here comes the speed of Barham. Barham's left footer goes downfield to Dunn, and it goes back to him. In a flash, it's back to Bond. Bond, the runner, the left-hand bouncer, and nobody can catch him. There's only Keenan near him. Huge run downfield, and Peter Moore's in position. What a sensational quarter of football. Peter Moore takes his third mark on the acutest of acute angles. The picture tells the story. The man on the mark is standing right beside the behind post, and that's David Dench. Moore will try and come out just a little to lessen the degree of angle. Oh, Dench comes in. He's done it. Two magnificent angled goals. Here it goes again. Done. Out to Bond. And there was no runner near Bond. There was only a big fellow coming along behind him. He's well set. Look at poor old Crackers Keenan trying to make up ground. And there's Bond. Still getting a long run. 50 metres did he run. And kicked it down, and there was nobody home at all except the giant Peter Moore. David Dench lunging desperately.
12 points the difference now, North in front. Thompson wins the centre tap, but straight to Cable. His kick to centre wing, Manasseh goes to ground from Blight. Bounces kindly for Blight, who kicks to Ick at half forward. Past Ick and out of bounds. North Melbourne 116, Collingwood 104.
Well, Ick lost an opportunity then.
Thompson and Baker coming from behind. Thompson wins it straight to Blight. He can line up for goal. He handballs to Cable. 20 metres out. Cable lines up and kicks a goal. Second goal to Barry Cable and a steadier for North Melbourne.
Nobody there at all to take that tap down from Thompson.
Blight set it up there.
Yes, magnificent.
Dazzling evasive turn. And when he's close enough, Cable, he's not a long keeper, when he's close enough, there's not much room for error. You're going to drop it from 5'5".
There's about 20 minutes remaining in the 77 Grand Final, and Bond has added a bit of zip for Collingwood around that centre bounce. Max Richardson goes to Gordon. Grab without the ball. Picked up by Ireland. Nettlefold. Defensive side of the centre. Up to half forward it goes. Hyde in front. Wick nearly unlucky not to be paid that. Gordon across the shore. He'll go for a long one. Eventually he will. Looking for more. He'll come from behind. He's kicked 4 goals, 1. He's kicked 5 goals, 1. It's back to 2 goals. Well, you couldn't wish to see a better game of football than this. 12 minutes gone in the last quarter. Both teams have scored 17 goals, but North Melbourne with the advantage of 20 behinds to Collingwood's 8.
Downfield, Wearmouth gets an unlucky bounce. It goes to Tink. Back it goes there. Here's a chance now for David Dench. Runs into a great tackle from Moore. No, he won't take a free. Here's Keith. Shoots for goal. It's off direction, out of bounds on the floor. And David Dench was really flattened in the dust that time from a powerful, powerful tackle by Peter Moore. Gumbleton to Cowton. Ooh, very bad play, Cowton, and it's out of bounds.
Well, North Melbourne scored the first goal in this quarter, but Collingwood have kicked 5-1 for the term to North 2-1. 12 points the difference. Down in ruck. And it's punched away by Gumbleton out of bounds.
Dench has gone to a forward pocket.
Left half forward and Gumbleton again. Unusual to see those two battling. Tink. He was caught. And a free kick to Frank Gumbleton. Barassi with more messages on the phone. Gumbleton the handball. Byrne. Paddock in front of him. Now he'll have to kick from centre wing, a long one, inside half forward. Brightus is there. Off hands to Blight. Blight's kick, a bad one, off the side of the boot, and it was marked about 3 rows back. And McCann.
Played 14 minutes in the last quarter. Out to Gordon, who was grabbed. Gets it away towards Shaw. Wayne Richardson gets it out towards Bond again. He's given them a bit of zip. He got a bit of toe, this fella, but Baker's on his hammer. And he's been flattened after he kicked the ball in no uncertain manner. And it's going to be a Collingwood free kick deep on the half-forward line.
Baker's reported.
Baker's been reported.
Here it is now. Watch Baker. There's Bond. He gets away from
Oh,
him.
yes.
Whack.
About 55 metres. He's not a bad kicker of a football. It's offline. Behind. Behind the Collingwood kick by Barham. He's kicked 1 goal 3. So it's less than 2 goals now.
And Keenan has come off the ground for North Melbourne.
Sutton to put the ball back into play.
Been a wonderful finals player. He's only played about 27 and played, I guess, 9 or 10 finals. Out wide, looking for Malcolm Blight. Gordon's with him all the way. So's Manasseh. The tackle was late. The tackle was late and the free kick will go to Manasseh against Casson. 15 and a half minutes gone. Collingwood trailing by 11 points and in attack and looking for Peter Moore. Punched away this time by Baker. Byrne out wide was great football to Schimmelbusch, and Schimmelbusch will steady it. Cleverly back to Byrne. Byrne's one of the great runners. Over it goes to Gumbleton. Gumbleton will be tackled. He better hurry. He does. Out wide it goes to McCann. McCann to Bridus, and Bridus will go the run. And there's Ick. He goes up. He's tackled. Good mark. A beautiful mark by Perry. It was just not right for Ick, and Perry chipped in superbly. Awkward looking kick. Out wide. From behind is punched away from Magro. Chance now for Collingwood once again, but there's 2-1 against them. Picked up by Nettlefold. Nettlefold out to Hyde. Hyde should outmate Cable. He doesn't. Cable's in front. Cable's got the ball. He's off. He's got it, and he's going to look for Ick. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to find somebody. Back to Blight. He's not good football. Blight down to the 10-yard square. Worthington in front. Punch down. Here's a chance for Tanner. Tanner gets it across to Bridus. Bridus misses. Tanner tries to kick off the ground, and it's pushed through by Collingwood and pushed through by Perry, and what a heart stopper.
That Melbourne 123, Collingwood 111, 17 minutes gone. Worthington's kick, danger, Nettlefold. Blight, 40 metres out right in front, lines them up. And North Melbourne by 3 goals. Second goal to Malcolm Blight. A clever handball by Nettlefold. It bounced all right for Blight. And it's 3 goals the difference. We've played almost 18 minutes in the final quarter. 19 kicks to Malcolm Blight.
Harassi's down by the ground. I bet he'd love to be on there.
Centre bounce again. Nettlefold, who played well last week when he came on. And there's Max Richardson's man, Bridus again. Bridus at the Nettlefold. Bridus again to Cable. In towards half forward, it's going to be Byrne. 4th mark to Byrne. North Melbourne 18-21, Collingwood 17-9. McCann drops back. Kick by Byrne is true.
Here's the bounce. McCann's on the ball with Thompson. Out to Wearmouth. Taken away by Tanner once again, and off go North Melbourne. Tanner a long one downfield where Baker's in front of Worthington, and it's pushed through by Worthington. Well, how easily does the game swing. Collingwood look ominously dangerous, and now North Melbourne are 19-22, and Collingwood 17-9, 20 minutes gone.
We've had 9 goals in this final quarter in less than 20 minutes. At the end of 2 grand finals. Worthington's kick. Gordon, a huge leap. Not paid. King. Blight's there. And Magro. Gordon taps upfield for Manasseh. It's open for Collingwood now. Manasseh gets around his man brilliantly. Nettlefold. Manasseh still going. The gap closed now. Still going, Manasseh. He's taken it from half back. He lines them up and has kicked a great goal. What a goal by Phil Manasseh.
All the MCC members applauding this magnificent goal to a man.
I don't think there's been a better goal than that one ever. Look at him blundering, labouring, pushing. That is simply unbelievable. And how he finished it off.
They have the energy to kick the darn thing in the final place.
Oh, that was magnificent. Number 31. What a famous number, and he certainly wears it with distinction.
I would certainly bring Bet Gambleton. Rebounds where to Cowton. Caught. Yes, not too long out to Cable. Here's Hyde in front. White played a superb game, and Manasseh's knocked up after that. In towards Baker. Perry goes to punch. Punch again, and it's out of bounds. Quarter. There's about 8.5 minutes remaining. Out to Magro. Bad kick by Magro. Puts Wayne Richardson under the hammer. Montgomery. He's been a superb player for North Melbourne today. Dench comes out and Baker. Fourth mark to Baker. A couple of the Collingwood players have gone out of the game in Magro and Wayne Richardson since half-time. He's missed it. Behind to Baker. He's kicked 4 goals, 3, and what a great finals player he's been for North Melbourne. But all the North Melbourne players like Baker and Brightus and Blight, in fact, all of them appreciating the fine conditions because it's been a very wet year in Melbourne. Out towards Kink and Schimmelbusch. Kink gets it down to Barham. Now Kink will shepherd off for Barham. Tricky down making position. Out wide to Bond. Bond squares it in towards Moore. He won't get it this time, though. And it's Henshaw. That back line of North Melbourne's have been superb. Out to Nettlefold. Nettlefold to Ick. And he'll slow things down. A little bit of sentiment given by Collingwood at three-quarter time and not bringing him on. Perry. Out wide. There's Max Richardson's man again. Brightus. He lines up across the face of goal. And it's through for a behind.
Not such a... Oh, it's almost the centre. Thompson goes up in front. Well done, McCann. Wearmouth tackled. And free to Wearmouth. Wearmouth, this is only his 11th kick, so that's not a big day for a rover. Out wide it goes. Gumbleton goes to punch, and it goes straight out wide to Gordon. Gordon tries a long one out to Bond. Good tackle. He rode him in the ground at the end, though. Good player since he came on as 19th man. This is his 5th kick. He's had 2 spectacular runs. Downfield it goes, and Peter Moore and Brent Croswell a thumping punch. A free kick. A free kick. Well, I was watching Croswell in the high leap from behind, and the ball comes back, and it's taken by Darryl Sutton, who, I repeat, has been a great finals player. The grandstand side. There's not much for him to kick to, and for the big jump. Betts is his opponent. Wayne Gordon, Casson and Blight. Gordon got his hands to it first. Nettlefold takes him on and does it well. A great hand pass to Blight. Great football to Cable, a bad hand pass. Cable's got time. He's slow, very slow. Taken away by Magro. 2 West Australians battle. Magro comes out nicely. Free kick to Collingwood.
Rene King just forward of the centre circle. North Melbourne by 21 points. The kick by King. Moore is there. Almost. Sutton straight upfield. This is Bond. What a great final quarter he's had. To Wearmouth. Handball upfield into the pocket. Shaw. Shaw centres the ball, but this time Moore is behind Sutton. Rather Croswell. And Croswell takes them up close to the ground. 25 minutes gone.
21 points the difference.
Collingwood need 4 goals. It'll be a long quarter. Croswell's kick. Thompson there for Collingwood. Hooked upfield by Blight. This is Betts for his first kick. Oh, too slow. Byrne.
Hold on the leg.
And Byrne will take the free kick just backward of centre wing. Barassi. Just a couple of metres behind Malcolm Blight there.
21 kicks to Blight.
Blight's kick towards half forward. Sun in players' eyes down there. Ireland. Well controlled by Andy Ireland. Running out of room. Casson catches him. And Byrne still in the field of play to Nettlefold. And now the handball goes out, so it's a throw in, centre wing, right under the members' stand, and Collingwood need 4 goals to win, and we're in time on.
In the overall analysis, North Melbourne have been far more consistent all day than Collingwood. They've played their game in spasms. There's it. For 1937. And they've come from nowhere, North Melbourne, with a superb finals performance. Manasseh. Montgomery, Henshaw and Cowton. They've been superb players for North today. Picking underneath it with Ick. No, too far for him. Perry. Rebounded towards Bridus, who's been almost best on the ground. Yes, it's going Collingwood's way, the free kick. 1.5 minutes of time on. North lead by just under 4 goals. A big crowd of about 104,000, 105,000 per game. Perry looking for Dunn, who's done nothing since half-time. There's Betts. In towards half-forward he goes. Barham gets a bit of a shove, but Schimmelbusch across to Henshaw. Moore. Schimmelbusch again. And Schimmelbusch will take a free kick at centre-half back.
Doesn't he? Schimmelbusch kicks it out wide. Well directed. Taken by Dench. Dench will look for Bridus. Bridus leading Perry by a furlong. Bridus has got a very acute angle. Kicks it across in the Phil Baker direction. It's over the line when Baker jumps for it. Out of bounds on the full. Well, Bridus, Gordon downfield. Taken there by Bond. We're in time on period as Bond goes for the run once again, pursued by Cable. He's got too much pace. He knows it too. Brilliantly done. He can give it to Shaw if he wants to. He does want to. And the mark is taken out there. By Byron. And by Barham, a long kick. It's through. Well, the lead was given, and Ricky Barham, who loves kicking goals from that wing position, notches another one.
Big lead by Blight over the top. There is infringement to Thompson. And he'll take the free kick for Collingwood. Centre half forward. Oh, good mark.
Just a bit of steady playing, really.
Carlton. 5th mark to Gary Carlton. Henshaw. Using up time, North Melbourne. Well, Henshaw goes for the long kick to centre wing. For Bridus again. Upfield, still in front of the North players. Schimmelbusch comes in to help. Left half forward. Still going, Schimmelbusch. We've seen some long goals today. Is this going to be another one? He lines them up. It's close. It's there. Another great goal by Wayne Schimmelbusch.
That's it, isn't it, I think?
McCann. Thompson. Manasseh from Tanner it was. Manasseh from half back. Cable. And he'll take all the time in the world here. They've played 30.5 minutes. There's only 2 minutes remaining. 17 kicks to Cable, out to Henshaw. And all those that's back right now. Thompson. McCann gets it down. Rebounds. It goes to Kink. Out to Picken. Collingwood forward, but Blight is dropping back, outnumbered 3-1 more. He'll get the mark. He's 45 metres out, and he's done all that Collingwood could ask of him today. He's taken 5 marks, and he's kicked 5 goals, 1. Swinging away. Behind.
32 minutes. There's a short pass out to Henshaw. Is intelligent football by Sutton. 20 points the difference. 32 minutes gone. 8th mark to Henshaw. He's been once again a solid player. Gumble and Sleep should take it. No, he was spoilt. Hand pass goes out wide, and here goes Tanner. And a weary Schimmelbusch is trundling along beside him. Xavier Tanner across to Bridus. This is unbelievable the number of times this has happened. He will give it across now to forward pocket. Back it comes to him, and as Johnny Byrne shoots for goal and seals it absolutely complete. 24, a very big score to 19-10.
And there are a lot of very tired players. McCann and Thompson. McCann can't get it clear of the centre. Wayne Richardson burrows through and will take a free kick. Kick for the quarter. He doesn't go for the kick. Betts at centre wing. Leans back on this one. Centre half forward. Off hands to Bond. Has to go around Sutton and loses control to Henshaw. And he can go for the whole paddock now. Shaw closing the gap. Henshaw's kick over the head of Bridus. But he has Dench behind him. Dench breaks the tackle. Arnold Bridus again. Lines up in the forward pocket for goal number 6. Now he centres the ball for Baker. Baker has missed. 4 goals 4 to Phil Baker. And that's the mark.
So Collingwood really hasn't made up much of that 3/4 time deficit in this quarter, yet they've had a pretty good term, particularly the first half of it. Goal over. North Melbourne 20, defeating Collingwood 9 goals 10, 124. And as you watch all the action down there, let's give you the main goal kickers. For North Melbourne, Brightest kicked 5, he was best on the ground. Baker kicked 4. 2 each to Cable, Blight, Schimmelbusch, Byrne. 1 each to Ick, Tanner and Casson. For Collingwood, Moore kicked 5. 3 to Manasseh, 2 to Barham, 2 to Dunn and Gordon. 1 each to Wearmouth, Richardson, Wayne, Anderson and Ireland and Renee King. And
the best players for the match in order: North Melbourne, Arnold Brightest, Montgomery, Tanner, Blight, Ick, Cable, Cowton, with Sutton and Baker also playing useful games in patches. Collingwood, Manasseh, Thompson, Moore, Gordon, Wearmouth, Shaw and Wayne Richardson. The 1977 Grand Final results: the Tasmanian Football League, Sandy Bay 19-9 defeated Glenorchy 5-14. William Leach medal, Mike Hawkins of North Hobart. NTFA Scottsdale 15-19, North Launceston 10-10. NWFU Penguin beat Cooey to win their first Grand Final for 44 years. Southern Amateurs University 12-17 defeated Sorrel 11-7. South Australian Port Adelaide 17-11 defeated Glenelg 16-9. Western Australia Perth 26-13 defeated East Fremantle 14-12. Ewan Channel 10-9 defeated Commandy 9-11. Victorian Football Association First Division, Port Melbourne easily defeated Sandringham. Second Division, Moorabbin won the premiership. Long's Best Player Award for 1977 was won by Ian Nankervis.